and welcome to Tea Time. I'm Ginger Nelson, here with my co-host Nettie Hatcher, and today we are delighted to have some people from the American Cancer Society on the set with us. We have Aaron, Miles, and Gail. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
We're glad to be here.
We are here to talk about the Relay for Life that is coming up in Tifton very soon.
Yes, ma'am. The 26th of April.
The 26th of April. Now, that's a Friday.
Yes, ma'am. It starts at 6 p.m. that night, and it'll go through to 6 a.m. on Saturday morning.
How many years has the Relay for Life been going on here in Tifton? Do you know?
It's been about 15 years. Is that right, Miss Gail?
I'm not sure. I would not. I'd hesitate to say.
Well, I know it's a big success.
Yeah. I mean, it's been here in Tifton since I was little, and so I grew up going to Relay, so it's been here for a while.
Been here for, and I know that there's always a good turnout.
Yes, ma'am. We always have a very packed field on the night of Relay.
It's wonderful to see all of the people come out and support the survivors and in honor of the people who have lost their battle with cancer.
Yes, ma'am.
And even survivors show up. I mean, I know that we have a bunch of survivors here in Tift County.
Yeah, we're hoping to feed about 350 the night of Relay, right, Miss Gail, and the survivor reception.
And we have a survivor sitting here on the couch with us.
Yes, ma'am.
That's right.
Congratulations.
8 years, so I'm very blessed.
That's wonderful.
So, Aaron, can you tell us the night of the event? When does it all get started? How do you kick it off?
Usually around 5:45 we start registering survivors at the pavilion, and I'll let Miss Gail talk just a little bit about what the survivors do night of.
Okay. I'm the survivor chair, and so and this year our theme is birthdays because it's the 100th birthday of the American Cancer Society, and so we're encouraging all the survivors to come out at 5:45. We have registration, and then there's a survivor meal provided at the pavilion, and it's provided by Chick-fil-A. They always do an excellent job. And at 7 p.m. we'll have the opening ceremonies, and everybody's given a little piece of paper. They put their name and how many years they've survived, and then we have the survivor lap. And Dr. Johnson will call the names, and he's a doctor we're all familiar with. But as you hand him your card, he calls your name and how many years, and then you go to the track and you start. And everybody, we have campsites and all at the track. But as the survivors make the lap, everybody comes out and cheers, and a lot of the teams will give the survivors things as they go around. They will have made stuff for the survivors, so it's very moving. And then at 9 o'clock we'll have the luminary ceremony, which is torches, and the track is lined with the luminary bags. And then the torches. But anyway, that ceremony starts at 9 p.m. And tonight we have the survivor dinner, and they'll get a goodie bag. They'll have a survivor shirt in there, and they'll have the parking pass, and also the armband, which they will wear so that they can they'll walk the track with their survivor shirts on. And so it's really, we do a lot for the survivors, and they're the reason we relay.
And you talk about survivors. It doesn't matter what type of cancer they had, what type of treatment they had. If it was, real bad cancer and treatment that they had to go through, or if it was just something small as maybe having skin cancer cut off of them and didn't have to go through any treatment. I mean, a survivor is a survivor.
That's right.
If you've had cancer and you have survived it, then
whether it's 1 day or 50 years, that's what
right.
we say. You're a survivor. And if a lot of people will say, well, I just heard about it, we try to reach all the survivors in the community, and that's one good thing about doing this show. If we have survivors out there who have not heard about it before, please come and on the 26th and join our fun, because everything we do is for you.
Now, Miss Gail, if people miss the meeting tonight that you mentioned, can they still go to the survivor? Can they still participate? Do they need to sign up ahead of time?
No, we will have people registering the survivors that night. They will do that, and we will have the little armbands that we will give them, and we will have some survivor shirts out there so that they can. A lot of times, if they hadn't been to the survivor dinner, they will just put their shirts on over the other clothes and just join us. And like I said, and Chick-fil-A is providing the meal, everything about it, and it'll be decorated for a birthday, so we're just anticipating a good crowd.
Now, Erin, Ms. Gail mentioned the survivor torches and things like that. They can be purchased ahead of time. Can you explain how that works?
Yes, there's 2 ways that you can purchase luminaries. You can either do them online, which is by visiting www.relayforlife.org/TIFGA, and you can go on there and dedicate a luminaria right through there. It is $10 to get a white bag that circles the track. We're doing glow balloons for the first time this year, so we should have a fantastic glow balloon release. And those are $25, and then we also have the torches that are $100. And for the first time this year, we're going to have a moving torch ceremony. So people are going to be allowed to walk the track with their torches. So it should be really, really cool to see. So did I miss anything, Ms. Gail, on the luminaries?
Now, you can purchase those in honor of someone who has passed away,
Yes.
or
In memory.
in memory, or in honor of a survivor, or
Right.
for a caregiver.
Right.
Is
You
that
can
right?
also purchase what we call a thank you torch or a bag or a balloon that thanks anybody that may have helped a survivor through their journey.
And on the glow balloons, you ask if anything else, but you can write a message on the balloon because
okay.
it's going toward heaven, and they'll all be released at the same time, and it'll be totally dark out there when they release those balloons.
What time do they release them?
The balloons will be released. The luminary ceremony starts at 9 o'clock, and we'll do the moving torches, and then we'll do the glow balloon at the very end of that ceremony. So
Awesome.
between 9 and 10 o'clock.
Now, this is a family fun day for the whole entire family to come out. You know,
Yes,
kids
ma'am.
need to be aware of cancer as well. Are you going to have any other activities out there for the kids? Or?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, there's going to be a lot. The good thing about Relay for Life and ACS is that a lot of people think of Relay for Life as just a fundraiser, but it's also a huge community partnership. So we're going to have a ton of events for families and a lot of things for people to enjoy those 12 hours while they're at Relay.
And we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, Miles, we want you to tell us about the entertainment and the events going on that day. We'll be right back with more on Tea Time.
Dancing Stars of South Georgia is coming to the UGA Tifton Campus Conference Center on May 4th. 10 local celebrities are competing to raise money for the Alzheimer's Association of Georgia and for your votes as South Georgia's Dancing Star. Join us to support the fight against Alzheimer's by making a contribution to your favorite local celebrity. Remember, May 4th, 6:30 p.m. at the UGA Tifton Campus Conference Center. Visit DancingStarsOfSouthGeorgia.com to vote and for more information.
Hi, my name's CJ. A few years ago, my father became seriously ill. I did what I could do before he passed, but it took its toll. I lost my job, my house. I'm getting back on my feet, but I don't know when there'll be food on the table. How'd I do, CJ?
We could be twins.
Well, cousins, maybe.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
Attention homeowners, if your home has lost value and you now owe more on your mortgage than your home is worth, listen carefully to this very important message from Quicken Loans. Recently, the government announced changes that may allow you to refinance even if your home has lost value. So if your current mortgage rate is higher than 3.99%, call Quicken Loans today to learn how we can help. For example, if you owe $300,000 on your mortgage, but your home's only worth $150,000, Quicken Loans may still be able to help you. Again, if you purchased or refinanced your loan before June of 2009 and you owe more than your home is worth, or if your current mortgage rate is above 3.99%, call Quicken Loans today to find out if we can help you take advantage of this very unique refinancing opportunity. And for 3 years in a row now, J.D. Power & Associates has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction. Again, call Quicken Loans today or visit QuickenLoans.com.
Welcome back to Tea Time. We have been talking about the American Cancer Society, the Relay for Life that is coming up on April the 26th. And Miles is going to tell us a little bit more about the activities that you're going to have going on that evening.
Yeah, because people are there for so long and we're really there to celebrate the survivors and celebrate life, we try to have a ton of fun and games that people can do throughout the night so that they stay for the entire event. And one of the big attractions, I guess, is our main stage, and that's where we'll actually have Nick McClellan. He'll be emceeing the event. I know a lot of us have been to his different events, and he's a great host. And Some of the things we'll have a talent show at one point throughout the night. So if you know, I know you're doing the dancing, so if you want to come show off your dance moves for the talent show, feel free to come and do that. I know you can get that out of the way, but we'll have people singing and doing different things at that talent show.
Speaking of the talent show, do they have to sign up early in advance?
Yeah, so if they come to Relay, we have a hospitality tent, and that's where they can go ahead and sign up. And they can sign up with the team or just come on out, and we'll love to have people come out on our stage for that event.
Are you doing karaoke, or do they need to bring their own music?
They do need to bring their own music. Nick McClellan has a huge list of different things, but if people bring their own music, it'll just make it helpful for that setup. But we'll also be doing other things on the stage. We have a number of bands that are performing, some good local bands. Again, it's all about community support. We'll actually be having a eating contest this year, so if that is your thing and you love food and you think you're the best person to go at it, come out and do that. We'll also be having a cake walk, a cake auction that we'll be having to raise more money for.
Everybody loves cake walks.
Exactly, and everybody loves cake, so it kind of makes sense.
Where do the cakes come from? Do people donate them? Or
we have different teams that have made cakes, especially because our theme this year having to do with birthdays, it really fit for us to do a cake auction, and like I said, all that money will continue to go to Relay for Life. Right. So we have, like I said, a few things on the main stage. We also have some activities. We were saying earlier about this being a family-friendly event. We'll have a huge children's area that'll be up right until the luminary ceremony, I believe. And they'll have bouncy houses and rock walls to climb and different things that are geared just for children. So if you do have younger children, feel free to bring them out for that. And then later on, we'll be having different tournaments. We have a ultimate frisbee tournament this year that ABAC is helping us put on. And volleyball tournaments, badminton, horseshoes, cornhole, all those kind of fun things that will keep you really excited about Relay throughout the entire night. So we have a lot of events going on.
Now, the event is from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. And Aaron, you were telling us off camera that those hours actually signify something that has to do with cancer.
Yes, Sam. Typically, we do relays for a 12-hour period, and it starts at night and then goes through to the morning. And it's supposed to symbolize basically the cancer patient's journey, you know, from diagnosis through treatment and on. And I always say that, you know, my favorite time to walk the track is in the middle of the night when it's quiet and it's dark, and the only light out there is just the light from the candles and the bags around the track and things like that, because it's such a symbolic moment of, you know, we get to wake up in the morning or go home in the morning and go to sleep and shower, and, you know, our next day is normal. But for a cancer survivor, that's their everyday reality. So I think that it's just a wonderful thing to go overnight like we do.
Now, walking the track, do you get a time when you sign up of what time you're going to walk the track? Or
Yes, typically teams keep schedules for their team. There's supposed to be one person from each team on the track at all times. Is how Relay works. That's kind of why it's a relay, I guess. So usually, yeah, there's one person from each team on the track. Sometimes there's multiple people from each team, and you know, sometimes we have teams that will leave, unfortunately. But for the most part, it's one person from each team.
How many people in a team? How many people make up a team?
We don't limit it anymore. It used to be like 15 people per team, and now it's any size that you want to have. So we have everything from friends and family teams to our school system in Tift County has a team, and so I mean obviously they're very large, and the hospital as well. So we have some of the bigger teams, then we have just some 5 and 6 people teams.
Now, what if you're an individual and you're not with a team? Can you pair them up with another team?
They can either join a team or they can relay as a participant and not be associated with the team as well. So.
I'm sure it's great to see people walking all night long in support of people with cancer.
It is, and I think it's really special for the survivors too, to know that, you know, there's so many people in the community that are out there to support them in their journey, and you know, also to know when you're standing out there that there's something strange about Relay, that it's no strangers. You know, when you're standing out there for a luminaria ceremony, that person next to you is like family or a friend that you've known your whole life. Because everybody's kind of been touched by cancer, so it's that thing that we all have in common.
And I'm sure that if you're going through cancer, if you're in the middle of it, you can feel alone, and to go out there and see all those people supporting you has got to say to you that you are not alone. And that's one thing about Tifton, they really support the American Cancer Society. So.
They do.
Yes.
And you know, for people like me who's never had cancer, going out there and seeing the ones who are going through treatments, who have survived, I mean, it makes all the difference in the world to want to get out there and participate and help with the research.
Yes, ma'am. And I think it's also great for caregivers too. I think sometimes we forget just how difficult being a caregiver can be on an emotional level. So I think that for caregivers to go out there and be around other caregivers and know that, again, they're not going through this journey alone either is also another fantastic part of the night.
You're going to have food out there?
Yes, our teams. A lot of our teams are doing fundraisers that have to do with food and things like that. So there'll be plenty to eat.
Plenty to eat, because I know if they come out there and they stay all night, they're going to eat.
Gonna be hungry.
They will be
They
hungry.
can always join the eating competition if they're really hungry. There's
You're
that
really
option.
pushing that eating
So
competition.
if they do the eating contest, then they may not be hungry in the middle of the night.
Exactly.
But I know that it's got to be fun to go out there and camp out with, your friends, your coworkers, and I'm sure it's a fun event.
And every team have a theme that we encourage them. So if a team is coming out, if they want to decorate their campsite or really push it, it can be a really fun event, like you said, to come out with your family and friends and kind of get involved in the theme atmosphere. And I know some of the relay laps have themes that when they go around the track, they can kind of incorporate their theme into that as well. So we really encourage people to come out and have a good time.
Do you have teams that maybe dress up a certain way, or?
Some do. I think it depends on what their campsite theme is. So some really go overboard. I know Erin with her ACS, I was looking at some of the pictures from other counties that have done it, and some of those campsites have been really, really awesome with the dressing up and the themes and that type of thing. So.
We had some great campsites last year. I know one of our teams last year actually had an Up from Disney, the Disney movie Up, and so they had the balloons coming off their tent and stuff like that. It was pretty incredible to go out there and kind of see the creativity that comes out of some of these teams and participants. It's pretty amazing.
Well, you talk about the luminaries and them letting them go in the sky. It reminded me of Tangled, the Disney movie.
Yes.
So, we could get a team up and be tangled, I guess.
Well, Erin, I doubt that you're going to be walking very much this year.
No, probably not too much. I intend to take a few laps, but I'll probably be trying to take it easy.
Since you are expecting a little one.
I
When's
am.
your baby due?
Not until the end of July.
Wow. Wonderful.
But we're
Well, good
starting
luck.
to feel it.
Well, we're going to take a quick break, and we're talking about Relay for Life today. We'll be right back in just a moment with more on Tea Time.
Are you in the mood for some amazing food? Well, stop by the Smokehouse, home of the best ribs in the South on 82 in Tifton, and try their new barbecue buffet. The barbecue buffet features their signature smoked chicken, pulled pork, and their famous barbecue beans, all cooked over high-quality blackjack oak. The barbecue buffet is offered daily from 11:30 to 2 and from 5:30 to 8. On Friday and Saturday nights, try the buffet featuring Lake Okeechobee fresh catfish. The Smokehouse is home of certified Angus beef, and they're now in their 26th year. Let them cater your next party. Give them a call at 386-0606.
For over 42 years, Moon's Pharmacy has been committed to providing professional, friendly service, where our pharmacists welcome your questions, offer you overall lower drug costs, and free citywide delivery. While we still believe in good old-fashioned customer service, we also know the importance of staying on the leading edge of pharmacy innovations, such as travel and flu vaccines, custom compounding, and specialty packaging for homebound patients. Choose Moon's Pharmacy. Together, we can make a difference in your health.
Come check out Stevie B's at 131 South Virginia Avenue next to Tractor Supply, Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Check out their all-new lunch buffet, which includes your drink, Monday through Wednesday, 11 a.m. until 3 p.m. No time to sit down for lunch? Go try their new carry-out buffet for only $7.49. They've also got pasta, breadsticks, a salad bar, 10 pizzas, 4 desserts, sweet and unsweet tea, and all the Pepsi products. They can always create your own pizza. The $5.99 lunch buffet starts Monday and runs Monday through Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Like us on Facebook for special deals. Stevie B's, 131 South Virginia Avenue in Tifton.
Does your car have a chip key? If so, stop by Short & Pollock's Key Center in Tifton, Sylvester, Albany, and now in Dawson, where we can cut and program chip keys for most vehicles on the road today.
Dancing Stars of South Georgia is coming to the UGA Tifton Campus Conference Center on May 4th. 10 local celebrities are competing to raise money for the Alzheimer's Association of Georgia and for your votes as South Georgia's Dancing Star. Join us to support the fight against Alzheimer's by making a contribution to your favorite local celebrity. Remember, May 4th, 6:30 p.m. at the UGA Tifton Campus Conference Center. Visit DancingStarsOfSouthGeorgia.com to vote and for more information.
Attention homeowners, if your home has lost value and you now owe more on your mortgage than your home is worth, listen carefully to this very important message from Quicken Loans. Recently, the government announced changes that may allow you to refinance even if your home has lost value. So if your current mortgage rate is higher than 3.99%, call Quicken Loans today to learn how we can help. For example, if you owe $300,000 on your mortgage, but your home's only worth $150,000, Quicken Loans may still be able to help you. Again, if you purchased or refinanced your loan before June of 2009 and you owe more than your home is worth, or if your current mortgage rate is above 3.99%, call Quicken Loans today to find out if we can help you take advantage of this very unique refinancing opportunity. And for 3 years in a row now, J.D. Power & Associates has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction. Again, call Quicken Loans today or visit QuickenLoans.com.
Welcome back to Tea Time. We have been talking about the Relay for Life that is coming up here in Tifton on April the 26th. I'm sure that everybody who is watching this has been affected by cancer in one form or fashion. We just saw a commercial with Morgan Moon on it for Moon's Pharmacy, and we know that he passed away a few years ago with cancer, and so, you know, you see it all the time. You see it all the time. Now, Erin, if someone wants to form a team, how do they go about doing that?
They can go to our website, which is the same one we talked about earlier, the www.relayforlife.org/TIFTGA, and they can form a team right online. There is no cost to form a team at all. We ask for a $10 registration fee per person for your participants on your team, your teammates. We do a fundraising club for individuals as well as teams. So for the first level of fundraising is $100, and that earns your event t-shirt for each participant, and then it goes on up through some different prizes. And the shirt that Ms. Gale's wearing today is actually a Grand Club. So once an individual reaches that $1,000 level, they get a Grand Club shirt as well, which is a really nice polo, and it changes colors every year. So it's a nice, nice trophy, I think, to kind of wear, Ms. Gale, isn't it?
I'm sure.
So we have people that collect our Grand shirts and have them in every color from each year. So I think that's wonderful.
How many? Do you know how much money was raised last year at the Relay for Life?
We were right around 196, 197, I think, final. So
that is great.
It's a large amount of money that's raised in this community.
And this is the largest fundraiser that you all do, is that right?
Yes, ma'am. And we had talked a little bit about how, you know, it's an interesting way of raising money because it's very grassroots. Instead of us going to corporations and people with deep pockets and asking for large donations, we ask for communities to come together and for everybody to make small donations and do what they can do. And somehow yet we come out with, you know, almost $200,000 last year. So we're looking forward to another year like that this year. We're hoping to be very successful.
And you're making a big impact, not just in the amount of money that you raise, but in the level of bringing people together. I think that's such a wonderful thing. I read an article about that was talking about people with cancer, and it said the most important thing that you can do is join up with other people who have gone through what you're going through, and that support system makes a big difference. So not only are you raising the money, but you're developing such a great support system for people here in Tifton.
And hopefully some awareness along the way as well. We really try to make sure that, you know, we incorporate some mission and some education into everything that we do. So.
Now, the money that is raised, where does it go to?
Well, it goes to the American Cancer Society, obviously, and the money goes towards research, which is the obvious answer. But then there's also some services and programs that we provide as well, some of which we actually have right here in Tift County. We have Reach to Recovery, which is a support group for women who have been through breast cancer. And what it does is it basically hooks them up, a newly diagnosed patient with somebody who's a year outside of treatment, to kind of be that support system and to kind of walk that walk already so they can confide in somebody that knows what they're going through. We also do Look Good, Feel Better in Tift County, which is a class for women who are going through treatment that teaches them how to apply makeup, you know, how to wrap a turban on their head if they're losing their hair, how to draw on eyebrows, and all those things that kind of help us ladies feel normal from day to day so that they can kind of get back into their normal groove. Probably the most impressive to me, though, is our constant presence through our website, the www.cancer.org. which is you can get information about cancer 24/7. And then we also have the call center at 1-800-234-ACS-2345. I say that number 1,000 times a day. I don't know why it was difficult today.
It might be the cameras.
So it's 800-ACS-2345. And they have cancer specialists on call all the time that answer the phone, that are trained to hear cues in your voice to ask the correct questions to make sure that you get off the phone with the right information.
So if someone's newly diagnosed, they can call that number and get information.
Yes, ma'am, and they can get anything from general information about the type of cancer they've been diagnosed with to a list of questions that they may want to go back and ask their doctor on their next visit and things like that. So it's a fantastic service, and it's a wonderful way of kind of showing the community that we really are always here. So.
Now, if there's someone out there who is unable to attend on April the 26th, can they donate before then?
Yes, they can donate to any participant or team that's involved in the relay. They can donate by going to the website and just doing a general donation online. They can donate by purchasing luminaria, like we talked about earlier, which you can do online, and you can also do offline up until the event and at the event as well. So.
Gotta love the internet.
Aaron, do you need volunteers to come out and help?
We do, and as a matter of fact, we're looking at kind of building out our committee, and by committee I mean the planning committee for the actual relay itself. We really want to build the committee out to be a reflection of the community itself, so the more hands we have on deck, the more that we can do, obviously. So we are going to do a couple of interest meetings actually the night of relay, one I think at 10 p.m. and one at 2 a.m. for those hardcore relayers that'll still be there with us, to try to get some people on board that maybe haven't worked with us before that would like to try something new.
Thank you all for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having us.
And don't forget to go out and support the American Cancer Society at Relay for Life on Friday, April the 26th. Thank you for watching Tea Time, and we'll see you next time right here on Plant Tift Net's Wiregrass Channel 3.
Dancing Stars of South Georgia is coming to the UGA Tifton Campus Conference Center on May 4th. 10 local celebrities are competing to raise money for the Alzheimer's Association of Georgia and for your votes as South Georgia's Dancing Star. Join us to support the fight against Alzheimer's by making a contribution to your favorite local celebrity. Remember, May 4th, 6:30 p.m. at the UGA Tifton Campus Conference Center. Visit DancingStarsOfSouthGeorgia.com to vote and for more information.
I've always said that you can't change what you don't acknowledge. So let's acknowledge this. 1 in 6 Americans now struggle with hunger. These are our co-workers, our neighbors, our friends. The problem is closer than you think. But so is the solution. This is a changing day, not just in your life, but in the lives of many, many others. Join me by visiting feedingamerica.org and find your local food bank to help. I'm Dr. Phil, and together we're Feeding America.
Does your car have a chip key? If so, stop by Short & Paul's Key Center in Tifton, Sylvester, Albany, and now in Dawson, where we can cut and program chip keys for most vehicles on the road today.
Products that build dreams, Short & Paul.
Hi everybody, this is John Berry. Be sure and watch Tea Time with Ginger and Nettie, weekdays, right here on the Wiregrass Channel.
Hi, my name's CJ. A few years ago, my father became seriously ill. I did what I could do before he passed, but it took its toll. I lost my job, my house. I'm getting back on my feet, but I don't know when there'll be food on the table. How'd I do, CJ?
We could be twins.
Well, cousins, maybe.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.